Science!
Okay, D-Man, so even though we're going to space this week, it's a topic that you love.
It's Nibiru.
It's Nibiru.
You know what's so weird is that we report on this so many times. Is this a different thing that we're finding?
Yeah.
I feel like every time we is that another planet? It's another fucking planet? Is that Nibiru? No, it's just nothing. It's nothing.
We might have just found Planet 9, which is considered Nibiru. And if you've never heard us talk about this on the show or you don't know what we're talking about, I'll run it down for you real quick. There's two separate theories on what Planet 9 actually is. The first suggests that Planet 9 was formed much closer to the sun, perhaps near Mars. But then as our solar system was being created, the larger planets like Jupiter and Saturn kind of pushed it out of our solar system.
Bullies.
Yeah, super bullies. A different school of thought actually says that it could be a captured exoplanet. It's scooped up from interstellar space or even stolen directly from our young sun from an early galactic neighbor. God bless you.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
While our sun currently resides, our sun in our solar system, it currently resides in a fairly empty patch of space where interactions with other large bodies are rare. We do know stars often form clusters containing anything from tens to millions of celestial siblings. So that's the other school of thought, is that maybe this was something that was just outside of our solar system, and we kind of took it.
So it moves on a completely different axis from the rest of the...
Totally, and that's why it's this elusive Planet 9. People have been looking for it for many years now because they think it's out there, but because it's so vast beyond where we know of Pluto, it's very hard to see something out there. Astronomers have now found a new dwarf planet in the Oort cloud. Now, the Oort cloud is the spherical frozen cloud of icy objects that surrounds our solar system just outside of Pluto. So if you leave our solar system outside of Pluto, you're basically you're hitting like an ice tray of just like a bunch of ice particles, just like kind of like in a ring around our solar system.
Okay.
And this dwarf planet, which some are referring to as a moon, exists out here. Now, this is for real. We definitely know that it's out there. In fact, that little tiny green little dot right there, that's it. And this new object, that it has an orbit that supports the presence of an unknown massive planet. So the way that this is orbiting suggests that it has something pulling its gravity.
Oh, so we can see the moon, but we can't see the planet?
Correct.
Wow. Why can't we see the planet?
Maybe it's being obscured by the ice. Maybe we're just not looking in the right spot. Again, I don't know the exact answer, but look at this tiny little dot of space that's probably hundreds of thousands of miles.
Wow. We found the 9th planet's moon, but we haven't found the 9th planet yet.
Possibly. We're just saying that because this could be a moon orbiting another thing. I have a really cool video that I'm going to play some clips for you guys directly from NASA that kind of breaks down a little bit of this area of space and looking for moons in relation to Planet 9. And here's that.
In 2017, astronomers using NASA's Kepler telescope found hints of evidence of what they thought could be the first exomoon ever detected, a moon orbiting a planet outside our solar system. A lot of people were very excited about the potential discovery, and the research team requested time on NASA's Hubble Space Telescope to see if there was truly a moon. Now, the data from Hubble is in and processed. Have scientists found our first exomoon? Looks like they still need more observations to be 100% sure. The moons in our solar system are very diverse, some with liquid water, some that are potentially habitable, so being able to observe moons in different solar systems would give us a whole new treasure trove of interesting worlds to study. The planet Kepler 1625b is likely several times the mass of Jupiter. Its possible moon appears to be about the mass and radius of Neptune. The ratio between the mass of this planet and its moon is about the same as between the Earth and our moon, but scaled way up. Neptune-sized moons are obviously not something that exists in our own solar system, and we're not sure exactly how such a moon would form. When scientists first started discovering exoplanets, a lot of them were several times the mass of Jupiter because big planets are easier to detect. So a similar thing may happen when discovering the first exomoons. Finding planets and moons so different from the ones in our own solar system gives us a lot more knowledge of the many diverse ways planetary systems can exist. In the near future, scientists hope to use the Hubble Space Telescope to try to confirm the discovery of this exomoon. And then they'll use Hubble for follow-up observations of other planetary systems discovered by observatories like Kepler and the recently launched Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, TESS. And then the upcoming James Webb Space Telescope will be able to take high-precision measurements in infrared wavelengths, which combined with Hubble will allow for detailed characterizations of a whole bunch of really interesting exoplanets and likely exomoons. So, if you like planets, and honestly, who doesn't? Stay tuned to learn about all sorts of fascinating new worlds.
So I mean, it's really interesting to think about celestial bodies outside of our solar system. Obviously, we know that there's tons of stars out there and stuff like that, but when it's so close to our backyard, it's like, what could be out there? Are there really planets out there? Is there another star, another system?
Are the Anunnaki coming to collect their gold to recharge their atmosphere?
Nibiru.
They're not.
They're not. So this dwarf planet or moon is nicknamed the Goblin. It has a diameter of 186 miles across, and it's 2 times as far from our sun than Pluto. So it's out there. It's way out there.
Wow.
But I mean, what's weird is its orbit, and that's why we're kind of really looking farther into this and now really scanning this part of the sky with many more telescopes to really kind of uncover the mysteries of it. Dr. David Tholen, an astronomer at the University of Hawaii, said, "We think there could be thousands of small bodies like this one, which is dubbed 2015 TG387, out on the solar system's fringes, but their distances make finding them very difficult." And they ran a bunch of simulations to show how this orbits around what we think could be a planet and also our own solar system, how it's orbiting our own solar system. And most of the simulations showed that not only was this dwarf planet orbit stable for the age of our solar system, it was actually shepherded by Planet 9's gravity. Again, if Planet 9 exists, it is definitely influencing this thing that we just found.
Huh.
This gravitational shepherding could explain why the most distant objects in our solar system exhibit the same orbits. So this isn't the first time we've observed orbits like this, but we've never understood why aren't they being affected by Pluto or Neptune or our solar system in general, because they do have, Pluto and Neptune both have gravitational pull. Yeah. So why aren't they affecting them? Is something else out there affecting it? That's, again, why everybody's been like, this elusive Planet 9, is it out there? And it definitely could be. Dr. Chad Trujillo, ugh, terrible, an astronomer at Northern Arizona University, says what makes this result really interesting is that Planet 9 seems to affect this discovery the same way as all other extremely distant solar system objects. These simulations do not prove that there's another massive planet in our solar system, but there's further evidence that something big could be out there. So to answer your question at the beginning of this science segment, yes, it is another time we're talking about Planet 9 where we've almost found it, but
so
not
weird.
really.
I mean, there could be a lot of these things that are just working on different orbit. We don't fully understand even gravitational pull and how it's affecting things in the outside universe. We don't understand black matter, which we're completely surrounded by. That could be influencing this.
Yeah.
We truly don't understand. There might be a whole nother string of planets that are orbiting our sun completely different than the planets that we know.
Yeah.
You know, there might be 100 planets in our solar system that we just don't know about. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And the science fiction, adage is like how you said it, like, are the aliens coming and looking for their gold? That's not what what science is really looking for. Science is looking for, is there a large mass out there that's affecting the gravitational pull of a lot of these bodies that we know exist out there? And if it is, then we can, for the first time ever, study something close to a solar system, which happens to be our own. So we know how the inner workings of our solar system work, and then this thing that's right in our backyard, we can then study how that is almost interacting, but not really. So like the amount of data we'll be able to gain from something like that is incredible. So what's cool is we're looking even harder now at this area of space, and maybe we're gonna find even more.
Dude, I really do believe there's a whole lot more to our solar system than we understand what's actually going on.
Totally.
All of our understandings of space are completely rudimentary, and there will be a few discoveries that will completely change our perspective on the way things work outside of Earth.
Totally.
It's incredible.
And it seems like almost every other day we're making discoveries just like that are blowing our minds and being like, wow, that's how the universe works? Incredible.
Yeah, it's never-ending discoveries. Can you imagine what we know 100 years from now?
Yeah.
It'd be a completely different layout. You know, the little model that you're building for school with all the planets that go around. I mean, if you think about it, it's very, very simplistic thinking. And
Totally.
It's a lot more than what we truly understand.
Totally.
This is just one step closer, I think. You know, if we do find this Planet 9, we do get our eyes on it, we do get to collect data from it, that'll be one step in that direction to really unfold what's happening in our solar system.
Yeah, it's awesome. And that's why we love doing this science segment, because we get to report on some really cool stuff that's happening now in our solar system.
I'm not scared of space today. I'm inspired by it.
Awesome.